I don't know my character name.
What's a D20?
Oh god.
51,000! Woohoo!
That was actually a very convincing feminine voice.
No!
No one's got a better feminine voice than me.
I'm not naming my character yet, because I'm not here yet.
Well, we're going to go over what happened last time, because that was a huge event. So, but first we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Lion. I'm the GM.
Twice human monk.
Watcher, human sword mage. And that's it.
Yep.
I'm here. You know what? Screw me. Just forget about me. It's all good.
You'll get your introduction soon enough.
Are you here? You are.
It's all good. No big deal.
No biggie.
You'll get your introduction soon enough. Also, Aaron,
I myself hit points.
Oh, hold on. Aaron, I'm going to give you your character name. Because
I'm not here yet, so no.
I'm giving you the fucking character name. Because it's in my overlay already, and you're taking that name and sticking with it.
It better not be Andreas.
No. Because that's the name the image you sent me was called. So I use that for the overlay.
Oh. Okay, I'll use that. I don't care.
But, last time, down at the bottom of the sea, there was not treasure galore. There was, in fact, a very painful death. Ascatla sacrificed herself so that others, or her friends, might be able to make it out of their, potential watery grave. And, Nargash decided after that he was going to just stay there and wait for the end, instead of going with them.
Tragic.
So at this point, Watcher and Weiss have arrived.
No, whoa. He killed shit until he died.
Yeah, but I mean, he just waited. Really. Killing for him isn't anything important.
How dare you tell me what my character was?
He could sleep kill someone if he really wanted to.
How dare you, sir? Pistols at dawn.
Alright, Nerf pistols, so it'll be like Jack and, Jeff and Gavin. Couldn't hit each other. So, with that, there was some information provided, a name, Doresian, and, some slight information regarding that. That was the name of the King of the Ghouls. Or the first ghoul, depending on who you asked.
You said Doresian?
Yes.
I wasn't sure how to say it, if it was Doresian or Doresian or whatever. It's always
Doritos.
It's whatever...
Doritos, I like that. We'll call them Doritos.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Salsa verde.
That looks really funny on my screen because there's stuff hidden on this map. So, Weiss and Watcher have arrived in a town, or a city called Vinheim. The city is currently, an interesting sight to behold. Large sections of it are floating, as per some sort of magical source keeping it aloft. And you are just outside of the city. It is now time to decide what you will do.
Are we at an inn or something? What are these tables about?
Oh, this is for a little bit later. This is just a map so that people don't get distracted.
What?
Nothing.
Huh?
So, I guess we're just sitting here. I guess once we teleported, we found... Are we in an inn? Is that where we're at?
No, you are just outside of town. This map is a little bit in the future.
Okay, so I look at Weiss and I kind of just shrug and I'm like, I need a drink. So I wander off to find a tavern.
Yeah, Weiss would agree with that, and he would also head towards the tavern. Because they need information on where they are.
Yeah.
As you enter the town, you do notice that on the lower levels upon which you enter, it is bustling and busy. But a strange thing, you do notice a very strange thing. You poke about for about an hour on the lower levels and discover that there are no taverns here. Nothing that serves any sort of alcohol on the lower levels.
Oh man, Ascatla would be so pissed. Rest in peace.
asking around, you do
Right?
discover that there are taverns, but they are much higher in the city. Something about not wanting low-level wizards to get drunk.
What?
Probably not a good idea to get low-powered wizards drunk.
Or low-level shamans.
It sounds like an awesome idea.
No spellcasters get drunk ever. That's generally bad. But the taverns and for the most part the inns as well are located higher up.
That's why my dice rolls were always so epic low.
It's because you were always drunk.
Yep.
Roll the dice to see if I'm drunk. It does take about takes about another hour to ascend to the level where they said the closest tavern was. It is a slow process and a very painful process in some ways because you have to sometimes climb stairs, other times find lifts. The city is not well designed for outsiders. You are not Trent. I just scrolled up and saw that.
Oh, I didn't write that. I didn't write that. I can honestly tell you that.
Whatever.
So
So do you have any idea where we are?
well, let me see. Let me make a check to see if I know where we're at.
Arcana would
assuming-
probably be a good one. Or history, whatever history is rolled into in this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do history. I feel like if I did Arcana, it would just be like, I see everything!
I've seen the end. No one is spared, not even the women or children.
Wow, I have a plus 16 to history. Get on my level.
You are in the capital of the nation, Vinheim, which is also called Vinheim.
I'm sensing a theme in this world.
You know, it's almost like how a lot of nations sort of did that at one point or another in the medieval period.
There's no capital named America. There should be.
You know,
But-
I never actually looked up what the Heim part of the word meant. Like
Home.
Niflheim and home? Okay.
Yes, it is home. Niflheim is mist home.
So we're in
Yeah.
Vinheim. I'm just bringing up my map. Alright, there we are. So, I passed that information on to Weiss. I'm like, it seems we're in Vinheim, and there is magic everywhere. So, I don't really know if they have a strong, like, clerical side, but we probably should get this disease information to someone.
Yeah, I agree. Do you still have the arm in your bag, by the way?
I think I do. Hold on, let me check my inventory. Yep, Nargosh's right arm is in my bag of holding.
And let's see, a Scotland's totem. And Nargosh's arm, I think, still has some of the crystalline infection in it, I think.
Yes,
I don't have the totem. I think Weiss has the totem. I just have the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weiss picked up the totem before he left. He'll return that in due time. Of course, they're kind of far out, but that's another story.
Well, at this point, you can secure yourself drink and such if you would like, or you can try and find some sort of, for lack of a better word, clerical order who might be able to do something with this plague information.
I'm gonna keep drinking for a bit, because I lost friends.
Alright. Well, you've managed to find yourself a nice table near an overview of most of the city below. It's a pretty view. I mean, if you don't have terrible fear of heights, it's wonderful. At this point, Dagmire. It's been about a week since you started your hunt, and you finally tracked your target down to Vinheim. He is
Great.
somewhere in the upper city, and you do have an address for where he should be. How are you going to approach this?
I'm going to use the Bardic Knock spell.
Okay. The door to the house that he is supposedly residing in is a very large oaken door. It appears to be locked at the moment.
I knock. Not too loud. Not too soft. Just assertive.
Assassin Graham.
Yep, Assassin Graham.
What?
So, that's a story about a player who never checked to see if his assassins had the lockpick skill. He hired like a group of 12 assassins to go try and assassinate noblemen so that they couldn't present evidence at a case. And they all they scale the building, they do everything important, and they get to the top, get to the door they need to go into, and none of them can pick locks. And the door is locked. So one of them just stops and knocks on the door going, Assassin Graham.
Assassin Graham. Perfect.
They ended up bashing the door down and just killing everyone, but, you know.
Yay!
Make sure that you can pick locks if you're going to go after someone.
Yeah, I don't pick locks. I inquire aggressively.
Yep. There is no response to the knock. You do hear shuffling about inside, though.
Okay, I'm going to very quickly, once I hear the shuffling, try to kick in the door.
Okay, give me a athletics check.
Athletics? Let's see, what do I got here? Ah! 18. Okay. Are you serious?
That isn't more than enough to kick down the door, though.
Okay, but I apparently, like, sprained my ankle in the process.
It's a fucking auto fail.
No, it's not on a skill check. But as the door kicks down, you hear the door crack and crush. And then you hear another cracking and crushing sound as you realize you've triggered some sort of magical defense. It's only 7 points of fiery damage, but
Is there a way for me to resist that? Or, like, try to dodge it or block it or...
actually, I will roll an attack against your reflex just in case.
Stop putting up with that shit.
28 versus reflex.
I think you're putting up with it.
It's only
I
7
am.
points of damage as a rune that was set to trigger as soon as the door itself was moved, bursts into flame.
I'm not just putting up with it, I'm, like, liking it, too, apparently.
Uh,
So, I'm on fire. Okay.
it's more just an instant burn and not
Yeah,
catching
a
everything
flash
on
burn.
fire.
I gotcha.
But as the commotion of that subsides, you see a figure bolt past you.
I try to grab him.
Give me a melee basic attack roll.
Melee basic? Really?
For grabbing, yeah, it's a melee basic attack roll.
Okay.
Man, you just...
I
Here, take some of this luck.
I'm gonna.
need luck.
As you grab the person, it dawns on you that the person you're grabbing is a little child, probably no older than 10.
Oh my god, did you throw a V in here?
No, it's not V from Final Fantasy IX.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I grabbed this scurrying hominid.
The little boy is very dazzled, very confused, and he's just sort of looking about like a kid who got caught doing something wrong.
Alright, I'm not gonna hurt him, but I would kind of snarl at him, be all intimidating, be like, you there, you know, I'm looking for, let's see, is it wizard? Yeah, wizard. Really big, obnoxious hat, kind of invasive, people's personal space. Goes by Big Hat Logan, you know him?
He'll nod very quickly and say, I'm not getting in trouble, am I?"
What do you mean you're not getting in trouble? You know where this guy is? Are you related?
No, he gave me a few coins, said, you know, if someone comes knocking here, just sort of scurry out the door after the big commotion.
Okay, so a person whom I have named and described paid you to do what exactly?
Just run out the door
Whatever.
if it
Which way did he go? Where did he go? Where did you meet him?
he left out the back door.
I'm gonna look at this child more closely. What would I do if I wanted to see if he was lying or trying to cast some kind of like cloak spell or?
It would be insight check.
Alright, let me roll that.
Ooh, oops.
Ah. I don't think I have a D20. I think all my D20s are actually D10s, and they're just, I don't know. I'm the woman. I'm under the glass ceiling here.
Well, he does not appear to be lying. He appears to be very sincerely concerned that he might be in trouble, and that he was just paid for his services to just sort of cause mayhem, for lack of a better word.
Alright, well, I'm gonna put him down and kind of like put my hand on top of his head, smush him down a little bit, make him look at me and say, "Don't cause any more trouble." Lastly, where did this guy go? Any idea?
He will manage the most pathetic shrug he possibly can. I don't know. He just ran out the back door. There's really only two ways he could have gone, and I'm guessing he just sort of kept going along the street.
Alright, I'm done with this kid. I'm gonna go look for Mr. Big Hat.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him go, though. I'm not gonna
Yep. Are you gonna start running after him or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. At this point, Watcher and Weiss, you see a figure just sort of bursting through the crowd, running past people, and he stops for a second right next to your table. And he looks around.
I just take a swig of my green tea that I have. Don't seem to care.
You're so fucking zen.
Why is your hat so big?
He seems to have either not heard the question or is ignoring it entirely, as he looks about and then decides, well, there's one way I can go. And he's going to make a hilariously, potentially bad roll.
Oh, no rolls can be any worse than mine.
Yeah, he manages to spring off of the fence that's sort of, or fence, railing, banister, whatever it actually is, vault off of that, and manage to make it to a platform over here. And he sort of tumbles into a few people who are gathered about and gets up and grabs that and dusts himself off and is looking about.
Just kind of notices it, but doesn't really react.
At this point, however, Dagmar, you have caught sight of him and managed to just barely catch up. At this point, you are about here.
I would be running through the crowd, you know, obviously trying to get through people without literally throwing them over the railing. I would call out to Watcher and Weiss, since they seem to be the closest to this figure. I say, you know, grab him. You know, he's under whatever. Just grab him.
Arrest.
Yeah, that word. Arrest.
Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows
But Jesus.
my sorrows.
Okay, it's +5 initiative. It will. Okay. My God, everyone's suddenly getting high initiative rolls.
Yeah, but she didn't roll yet.
No, she
I
didn't.
love how we got 3 18s in a row
And now she's gonna get a 1.
with a +8.
Yep. At this point, we are just waiting for Dagmire's initiative roll.
God. Damn.
I wasn't too far off.
All of my hate.
I didn't do it.
Weiss, you are the first one to react. Not surprising to anyone.
I know, right?
Okay, so I just watched this kid leap across this giant gap, and I kind of like turn my head towards the person running towards me. I'm like, so, it's like, what's all this about? I just kind of like yell out, and then I'm like, ah, screw it, and then I like get up on the table and do a swift flight across, and just like land in front of him. And then
When
I
did
look at
everyone
the.
learn to fly?
Weiss always knew how to fly.
He's so fucking zen.
It's like Weiss like puts his down and like jumps across the gap without any effort, like lands there in front of the kid, and he like looks at him. It's like easy there, son. It's like I don't want any. We don't want any trouble here. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
Okay. Anything else?
Standard action. If I get attacked, I'll react.
Okay. The next turn is Washers.
Alright. Well, I'm fairly certain in my inebriated state I cannot fly like everyone else in this city. But it doesn't mean I can't try.
You can
So,
fly once.
Everyone can fly at least once.
He
So,
lost the ability to fly when Nargosh died. Nargosh used to throw Watcher.
He did. Nargosh would throw everybody.
I can fly!
is it athletics to jump?
Yes, it is.
Oh lord.
If you crit fail this, I'm gonna. Here, I'm
How-
throwing my dice luck at you. Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
How high up are we?
It is 20 feet down to the next story, and if you miss that story somehow, it is another 20 feet.
No biggie. Let's
Ooh.
do this. So I'm gonna run like 1, 2, and then jump. What's the
Okay.
bonus for running?
I think it's like +2 or something, and it means you can. It means that it's a 1-to-1 return on the roll.
Okay. So I'm going to stumble my way and try to jump across. And yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm like, I have nothing witty to say, so I'm just gonna do that.
I think I can fly. Oh wow, that's more than enough.
So
You will land somewhere around here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'm going to grab him. I have beer strength. 25 versus AC to grab him and a bear hug.
That will hit him.
So I'm like, where do you think you're going?
Are you actually hiccuping, or are you just messing around?
I'm
You'll
hiccuping.
never know.
I just had to ask.
I must ask you a question.
I'm betting you have the bottle still in your hand, and you're like hugging
Yeah.
him with like the bottle next to him.
I'm like taking a swig, like, why are you running?
Must ask you a question, but I'll save it for later.
You have currently grabbed the wizard.
Oh, this is no stories start with that and end good. I've made a terrible mistake. I thought he was a boy.
No, that was what he was using as a decoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I made a huge mistake.
The good news is he's centering this on himself, and you will provoke an attack of opportunity to try and do this. The bad news is he's centering it on himself. So,
Oh, and a minor action, I marked him just.
okay.
But okay, so I'm gonna hit him. 32 versus AC.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. $17 points of damage.
Okay, that hurt. And then he drops this on himself. Although, does 24 hit your reflex? He automatically hits himself.
Yes, it does, which means I get to hit him.
I never said he was a clever wizard. I just said he was a wizard.
Whatever you're drinking, I want some.
Pineapple wine.
Whoa!
I
Whoa!
want some.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is that?
That was a token that didn't size correctly.
Oh.
It's a very large gnome.
It's a woman.
Ah. What?
Yeah, look at the token.
I can't, it's tiny now.
You can zoom in.
No.
So
I
it's
can't.
31 versus reflex.
That'll hit.
28 points of damage.
None good
Okay.
ever came from chicks named Caitlin either.
How much damage did I take? 17 from him?
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Dagmire, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to approach this little shenanigans going on over here. I'll keep a distance somewhat. I'm actually going to stand by this monk here. And I would call out to Watcher, saying, please, release him to me. I've been on the hunt for him for some time.
Alright. Who are you?
Who I am is of no consequence at the moment. That creature in your hand is under my jurisdiction. I need to take him in. The bounty's on his head. And I intend to collect it.
A bounty, you say? Well, it looks like
Indeed.
he's in my jurisdiction now.
You don't even know where to go. You don't even know his name.
His name is Floppy Hat McGee.
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically close.
Yeah, that's what's sad. So she's like, yeah, kinda, I guess.
You win.
Look,
You win this day, Trebek.
I just want to get this over with. If you'll help me capture him, I'll take you guys back with me to turn in the bounty, and I'll split the reward.
You promise?
On the name and honor of my grandfather, I promise.
Your grandfather's a human. No, I'm kidding.
Don't provoke the shifters.
I'm like, deal. And I just start walking while still bear hugging the wizard.
You
My-
want me to take him?
Might I suggest someone knocking him unconscious? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
like-
like summoning lightning.
Yeah. Or like
I'm
bind his hands or bind his mouth?
I'm gonna suplex him.
What are you, Saban?
Yeah. Hold
No,
on.
he's the fucking Rock. He's Dwayne.
No, Dwayne The Rock Johnson has nothing on Saban. Saban suplexes a fucking
Oh.
train.
Don't you talk shit like that about the Rock.
He's never suplexed a train. He's weak and small time.
He's the
What?
people's
What?
champion. I don't know. The Rock is just funny to reference.
So
Don't shit on Spock.
I go to suplex him, and I pick him up, and I'm like, oh, I've made a mistake, and I just fall over.
Okay, when he falls over, I'm going to lunge forward to try to grab both of them before he either goes over the edge or just vomits all over everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot my back's to the fence.
The fence is high enough at this point that you don't risk falling. That's not water.
Yeah, that's air.
That's air.
I know, but this
Oh.
is Watcher. Anything could happen.
That is true. Yeah, it's 20 feet down to the next story, and then 40 if you miss that story.
That'd be
So
hilarious.
I would lend him assistance with
Yep.
this.
You manage to secure both of them. Logan appears to be struggling with some amount of effort, but you can detain him without much work on your own part.
All right. Well, can I shake him a little bit?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of ragdoll him around for a second, like ha. It's fine.
So is this guy a human or what is he?
Yeah, he's a human.
He's a Vivi.
I'm I'm gonna sit back up and I'm like, I know how to make him talk. And I pull out an arm from my bag and I start slapping him in the face.
What would Nargosh do?
Tell me your
well,
name.
let's start heading back to the turn-in area. I gotta find this person. I don't really care what information this little rat has. I just need his head.
There is a local authorities station nearby that you could turn him into, because the bounty was by the government.
Okay, works for me. And my character would know that as well. I was just kind of winging that until you informed me.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're walking along, Weiss will like just kind of look over at as you like march him forward and say, "So what's the story behind this?"
I would grin at the monk. I kind of have these, long fangs showing, canines, and just kind of like, smile and just keep walking for now. Long story. Why am I opening random windows?
Because science.
I saw that.
Hmm?
I saw that. I saw Ethan. I saw that.
I
So
know.
I'm carrying V, and kind of dragging Watcher. I guess we're gonna go find an authority figure. This important-looking woman across the way.
Respect my thought time.
You do arrive at the local constabulary, and there are a few people bustling about, and there is the woman who hired you is also currently present and talking with someone here.
How convenient.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would approach her and hold up Big Hat Logan, kind of ragdoll him around some more. Like, here, this is what you wanted.
She'll look him up and down for a second, just sort of smile, smirk, and she will say, "Yes, that's perfectly fine." And she will motion for a few guards, and they will come over and carry him away. And she will motion over her shoulder with her head to someone at a desk and say, "He's responsible for the bounty on him, and after that, come back and see me."
All right. I'm gonna go talk to this bounty person if I have to. If he's like a separate NPC, like me.
He's just gonna give you a satchel of gold, which I have to figure out the value for.
All right. Well,
when he
I'm
hands
gonna.
over the satchel of gold, I take Nargosh's arm and I tap her on the shoulder, and I'm like, I think you owe me something.
There we go. That was what. All right. So the satchel is filled with 9,000 gold in gems and platinum coins. Cause fuck carrying around that in gold coins.
Wow. It has. Could you link that in Skype, por favor?
Yep.
Just so I can divvy that up later and put it in her inventory, so she's never even had an official inventory.
But he will hand over the reward.
Yeah. All right. She'll motion to Weiss and Watcher to the table where she originally called them over, and pour the gold out on the table, divvy it up evenly between the three of them.
I use
Okay.
Nargosh's hand to pull my cake to myself.
I'm just reminded of the scene in the first Toy Story.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's going on right now.
Buzz, can you give me a hand?
Yeah.
Oh shit! My pen just exploded out of itself. I clicked it and it shot the entire inners of it out.
The clicking has finally come to an end.
Nope, I can still fix my pen. But after you have returned the man and collected your reward, the woman who hired you will come over to the table and drop 3 more satchels of. Oh, there isn't a problem with the call. Well, there sort of is, but there isn't.
I didn't say his Weiss, like,
Yeah, hang on. It just randomly disconnected him for some reason. He'll probably reconnect in a second.
Right. But she will drop down 3 satchels, 1 in front of each of you.
yay, more prizes.
There's 100 platinum pieces in each. And I don't actually know how much gold that is in 4th edition, so
That
enjoy!
is a lot.
Enjoy!
A lot of gold.
Holy
Wow.
shiitake.
Could you go ahead and invite him back to the call? He's gonna drop the call and then
Yeah.
drag him up.
Add people to this call. Oh, wait,
He
hold
might
on.
have just hiccuped from the internet.
Yep.
It did that to me earlier when I was on Minecraft.
Alright, it should be buzzing him. There we go.
Alright, so 1 platinum piece.
Anyway, Weiss
Is
would
worth-
raise his hand and
Sorry.
say, "There's no need.
Uh-oh, did he cut out?
Yeah, he's cutting in and
He's
out.
having some issues.
Testing 1 2."
now we can hear you.
Okay, so everyone can hear me now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Weiss would just raise his hand and say, "No need. I didn't do anything. This is between you two." And he would kind of turn back to leave. He's like, "I'll wait for you by the inn where we were getting our drinks. He wants to finish his tea."
Shit, I'll take your portion.
Now, if only I'd given you 1,000 or 100 astral diamonds.
What?
That's a lot of
Yeah,
gold.
100 platinum pieces. This. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just a lot. I'm Watcher sitting at the table like scratching his head with Nargash's hand. Like he bends the finger so like it's one finger and he's just like scratch, scratch, scratch.
The woman
So-
will turn to leave.
I'm sorry. I have a very hard time reading numbers, like long strings of numbers. I don't know exactly how much that is. Like,
It's a
No, that's
lot.
fine. We'll figure it out later.
I'm dyslexic, so it's like ones and zeros, ones and zeros.
Remind me to never show you any of my character sheets then.
Yeah, probably wise, because I'd go cross-eyed, and then my face would get stuck that way, and that just wouldn't be good for my reputation.
To be fair, though, I go cross-eyed looking at my own character sheets, and I wrote the damn things. But,
Alright.
so, you have all returned to the table, or whoever wishes to return to the table can. And,
So how much did I get total? Just 100 astral diamonds?
No, God, I'm
No,
not giving
no,
out
no,
that
no.
many astral diamonds.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, what?
You got 3,000 gold pieces in the gems and platinum, and then a satchel with 100 platinum pieces.
No, wait, you said 9,000
Okay.
gold pieces. Oh,
Well,
oh,
yes, split
oh.
between
I
three
see what you're
people.
saying now. Never mind.
And I get 6,000, so I totally get Weiss's share.
Well, that's for you guys to discuss, but
Fine.
you can return to the table and decide whatever it is you wish to do at this point. Probably something with that arm. Probably get rid of that.
Yeah, and probably stop scratching yourself all over with it
Keep
too.
it forever.
It's infected with a potentially deadly disease, and you're just using it as a
gonna start
stage
decay-
prop.
It's gonna start decaying soon and stink.
Not to mention the fact that it's kind of glowing at this point.
You can just sniff it and be like,
So, like-
ode to Nargosh.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there scratching myself with it, and I'm like, is this supposed to glow?
I would look at him and just be like, what is that?
I'm like, this is my best friend. Don't you talk about him.
Oh,
Hey, look here. And I
That
start
is an
pointing the
arm.
finger at her. I'm like, don't you talk about my man.
alright. Alright, just kind of wondering why you're carrying a severed arm around in your bag, not to mention one that's glowing like, nuclear radiation.
I do what I
Not
want.
that I know what that is.
Spoiler.
I'm sure at least one mage has figured out the secrets of atomization and thus nuclear power. Oh wait, one did. And he is now heavily irradiated and living somewhere by himself.
I'm dead.
Yay!
He is not dead yet. One day he will die. But until then, he will cast fire spells very, very powerfully. There are some street performers performing about. One man is juggling, and he's about the only one who sort of sticks out. But there's not a whole lot going on other than the stuff or stuff that you wish to make going on. Oh, and Weiss has been dropped from the call again.
So, I'm assuming we have to find some healer people. So is there a, hold on, let me look at my character sheet.
Well, I'm not a healer, but I can encourage you to suck it up.
Like, you wanna suck up this arm? Is this what you want?
You're the one rubbing yourself with it. I'm not sucking anything.
Do you know what's going on with this? I'm just like flipping the arm around in front of me, like back and forth.
Stop waving that thing around.
Like, take me to the clerics. Do you have clerics in this city?
I don't know. I'm not from here.
Alright, hold on. I'm rolling streetwise to figure out where. Blah. So I'm gonna point the hand in a random direction and be like, the clerics are that way, and I start walking that way.
Well, he doesn't know any better either, so he would just follow him.
Alright, I'll go with them then, because this nuclear radiated arm is very interesting to me.
It is about this time that you see a very strange procession. And let me make them be correct.
So what's your name, by the way? As they walk,
And me?
he would, Weiss would nod.
Sorry, the arm is kind of like a wheel and a half in this conversation, so I wasn't sure if it had a name of its own. My name is Dagmire. Dagmire Krakendoom. At your service. But not really. I just like saying it.
And you're a bounty hunter?
I do what I want. Whenever I want. I'm an adventurer. I live for the legacy of my grandfather, who I intend to find.
Well, you'll have to tell me more about your travels, and then he sees, like, commotion going on, and he, like, waits.
Nah, you live long enough.
There is a procession of well-armed soldiers coming down, and it appears that they are making their way here.
They're like passing us, or are they coming to us?
It looks like they're coming to you.
I'm like, hey you, halt. I need to fix this, and I'm just waving the hand around.
One of them will draw his sword and point it at you.
I'm like, don't you point that thing at me? I'm pointing at you.
And he'll say, "Are you the one they call Watcher?"
And it depends on who's asking.
He will bring the spear or the sword closer to your throat.
I'm
Are
just
you
gonna, like,
the one named Watcher?
I use
Hey,
Nargash's
hey,
hand.
hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
I use Nargash's arm to push the sword away. I'm like, no, this is what's left of Watcher, and I wave the arm around.
Then which one of those four fools does that make you?
I am Nargash.
He'll look at you incredulously for a second, just sort of stare at you and just... What sort of fool do you think I am?
It's a really
Well,
funny
you're-
one, though.
You're obviously intelligent. And I pat him on the face with the hand.
It is at this point that a very sharp and pointed knife connects with his artery, and the one pointing his dagger or his sword at you has fallen to the ground,
Uh,
writhing and bleeding.
I just look at Nargosh's arm and I'm like, holy crap, he's strong from beyond the grave.
Chris is gonna log out of Skype real quick and then log back in.
Alright.
And he's having a lot of problems with his connection. Sorry.
Also, put your token wherever you'd like, Aaron.
Oh, I'm not anywhere yet. I'm stealth.
Well, yeah,
I have no idea what's going on with that.
but you're somewhere on the
Basically-
map, so...
Yes, but
A knife.
when I stealth, I'm actually invisible. I took a lot of things, so that was a thing.
Do I have to remind you that 4th edition invisible is not true invisibility?
I remember
But it
that.
makes me feel special.
I know.
No,
just-
we're not doing that.
Here.
Okay, basically the guard, one of those mercenaries obviously knows who Watcher and the Three Stooges were, you being one of them from the last group, and he's been looking for Watcher. Watcher told the guard that he was Nargosh and that Watcher was dead, and the guard just kind of looked at him incredulously like, yeah, right, I'm not that dumb. And then the guard died in an explosion of bloody glory.
By the power of Nargosh.
By the power of Nargosh from beyond the grave. Literally, it was a dagger that was thrown
I now
from
pronounce
somewhere.
you dead.
And that works. You are never allowed to get rid of that arm, ever.
I know, I'm keeping it. Like, I don't know why the plague keeps following us.
The mercs are beginning to draw their weapons and shouting commands.
I'm like, I think we should go. Are we, like, outside the
second
first
that.
floor?
Hmm?
Are we outside on the first floor?
This is 3 stories up from the largest story currently.
That's what I thought. I jump off.
I missed that guy.
You would have actually hit him because he's unaware, but yes. So you're jumping over the banister?
I'm jumping over the banister.
I'm going with him.
Okay, hold on. 7-4.
And fuck this noise. There's like 7 fully equipped mercenaries that are asking questions about you two. Yeah, no.
Alright. Alright. So I got this.
Oh gosh.
For Watcher.
Oh, what is that? What did you do to me?
For Dagmar.
Watch, you're gonna roll 1.
It's an 18 versus 4-2.
Yeah, well, you got me. Why are you attacking me?
You
hold on.
missed me.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to do is I'm using Executioner's Noose,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not trying to kill. I'm
You
trying.
trying to get us to hang ourselves?
No, okay, I can get shadows and form them around things.
Here,
So I'm gonna.
leap into this noose and drop
Yeah.
quickly to the ground.
It's a ranged attack. I'm forming it around your waist and pulling you so you don't smack into the fucking ground below.
But what you know what? You should totally roll on where that loop lands on our bodies. Because if it lands
Well,
around one of our necks,
okay.
I'm gonna laugh.
Head is 1. I mean,
Okay,
That head
so
is 1.
what I rolled, like a D8?
It's
Because
a
I crit Watcher.
D12. It's a D12, and it's 1 and 2 are head.
Oh no.
I crit Watcher's head.
Yes.
You're a fuck face.
You got
I'm
it.
trying to help. This was her idea. I'm trying
It's
to
so
help.
great. Do it again. I want to know where you get me.
I think you have to confirm that because my hat may have gotten in the way.
It's,
I think it's around your
made of
fucking neck,
shadow.
dude.
Oh, it's made of
And-
shadow.
Yeah. And I pull Watcher to me.
I'm like,
Well, actually, I pull him 2 squares, so he jumps here, and then goes here.
Hold
and
on.
then here,
Where is he?
right where the arrow is. I didn't read the power fully.
He's dying.
Oh wait, I don't think I'm on the same map as you guys.
You will not be.
You're not. Pull him over the banister. He's gonna choke out against the shadow like
I'm pulling him up.
looped around his
I'm
nose.
pulling him up. I'm pulling him up.
I You know what? I'm done with this. I pull my sword out and I cut it. Can I cut it? It's a shadow, but
That shadow.
I shine my flashlight on it. I don't know.
The description for this power is seriously, you gather shadows in the form of a noose, cast it around your foe's neck, and pull. I tried to help, and I still did the power exactly right.
You still haven't rolled for me yet either, because you're still hauling his ass over the banister.
You can attempt to cut the thing loose. What? Why is this a thing, Aaron?
I'm helping, I swear!
He's got us by the throat. Like,
Oh, I crit missed. I can't even hit it. It's a shadow. My sword goes right through it.
oh god.
What is your crit damage, Aaron, for that attack?
It's down.
That's an at will, so not a lot. It's only 1d6 plus 19. I mean, plus 9.
Does that cut the rope? Song?
It's 1d6 plus 9, so it's like 15 plus. Hold on, I gotta see what my weapon is.
Yes, you can cut your you can cut your own rope.
It's
I'm gonna choke
3d10.
out.
You do, however, fall to the location on the map you are currently on, and you will take some fall damage.
So 27.
I would rather fall than like hang myself intentionally here.
You said I took 27 points of damage.
I can't edit that guy's name. Where here it is.
Give Adrian a high five for me, because I can't stop either.
Seriously, I'm pretty sure I'm still choking.
You are.
Yeah.
Put me down, fuck this. Your mother's a human.
I'm gonna die. I cut mine. I cut my shadow thing. Let me go. I love being an instigator.
Anyway, Weiss would just stand there and like watch them go over the ledge, but not follow. He like turned
Weiss is
towards
just like-
the
These fucking idiots.
yeah. He turned towards the mercenaries and just kind of put his hands up.
Seriously, I'm choking here.
I know.
I'm actually joking.
Oh my god, I might have.
Watcher, you'll have taken 54 points of damage at this point as you sort of slam into a few things while you're dropping.
Wait, are you counting?
I am counting that 27 he rolled, so you can
Oh, okay.
ignore that. So it's
Okay.
another 27 points.
Okay. And
It's
where am I
okay though.
at?
Aaron's helping.
You are currently hanging precariously, smacking
On this
against the
balcony?
banister, yes.
I'm pulling
Am
him
I
up
still
now.
choking? Am I still choking?
Yes, you are.
I hang onto the banister. I'm like, let me go. Let me go.
I'm pulling him up.
No. I'm doing a strength check to not be pulled up because he's choking me. Whoops. I typed into Skype.
Okay, so he's gonna shrug and then let Watcher go.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
26 to just stay on the balcony and climb over onto the ledge here.
Alright. You have managed to land on the ledge, or make yourself onto the ledge.
That
What the
was
fuck was that?
the best idea I've ever had.
Bull rush the
Well,
Empress.
Dagmire still needs to figure out because she's choking too.
No, she cut herself free.
I cut mine. Now I just have fall damage.
No one's around me down here?
And
Nope.
11 damage.
there-
to me.
There's people just sort of around and are very fucking confused.
I'm using 3 healing surges.
How close were you to
I
death?
land
He
on
was
the
at
ground
10 hit points.
laughing.
Yeah, I was at 10 hit points.
I land on the ground laughing, just like,
Like, I look at the hand and I'm like, Nargosh, what the hell was that? And I start walking out. I'm in full on Wilson mode at this point. I'm leaving.
alright. How much damage do I take from the fall?
You will take 20 points from the fall.
Okay.
So what is Weiss doing?
Weiss
Poor
turns
Weiss.
towards the guards and puts his hands up. He doesn't react to anything. He sees no reason to fight against them at the moment. They're not trying to harm him yet. So he just waits. See what they're gonna do.
They do have their blades drawn, and some of them are attempting to get closer. Some of them are trying to go down, and the rest are trying to aid their one or two dying friends. So let me move. These guys are all trying to aid their dying friends. These two are sort of moving in. And these two are heading off downstairs.
What floor am I on now?
You are on the second floor down.
Ow.
So you're on a weird floor because I didn't map this for intending to, or I didn't map this correctly. There's supposed to be another floor that I forgot about.
Okay.
But there is a way up that you could take if you would like.
Yeah. Wait. Well, no. The guards are upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs. I want to go to the clerics.
Oh, yeah, you can get the daggers back. And alright, I will take care of that then. They're going down there trying to spread out and they'll ineffectively find them. At this point, these four are basically just like, fuck this, and they're leaving. Because they don't feel like dealing with this shit anymore. And the juggler is still juggling. He's
I was
just...
on a juggling team once for 5 years.
That's not once, then. That's like many times.
It's
I was waiting for the 5 minutes, not 5 years.
Yeah.
no 5 years. I can throw all kinds of crazy shit. I can juggle hula hoops and stuff that's on fire.
So, Watcher has headed off to try and find the clerics. Dagmire is 2 stories down. Weiss is, being Weiss. And a new, person has entered the fray. And is just standing on a table, apparently. Okay, now he's standing on air.
I jumped.
He just went Batman though and just jumped away.
Oh no!
So...
You're gonna come meet me?
So let me go figure out where you dropped to.
My sides hurt. Like my face hurts.
Oh good, you dropped down to... Okay. I know what map you're on.
So he salutes. He jumps, and as he's like mid-jump, he salutes Weiss, like without saying anything, and then just like trips, and his cape goes everywhere. His cloak's just all over the place, and then he just plummets.
There is a tiny woman somewhere yelling, "No capes! No capes!"
Okay.
And you stumble down into the middle of a busy thoroughfare.
Do I land correctly, or do I land like?
You land face first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, if you had beauty, you don't have it anymore. 25 points of damage.
Oh fuck. That's a lot.
Weiss just kind of mumbles to himself, "What a strange city." Then he finishes his tea and then he goes to look for Watcher.
I'm gonna use 2 healing surges.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my healing surges.
These encounters weren't designed to be threatening in any capacity. You are your own worst enemies.
We wound up almost hanging ourselves off the banister because of Nico's
I was helping.
shit aim.
No, someone almost hung us off the banisters.
Yeah.
We were just escaping.
He was helping, like you said.
I'm Jarvan, and I'm helping.
I'm actually gonna use 2 healing surges so I can raise that up.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We one-shot encounters constantly, and then it comes to like one skill check out of nowhere, and we die.
yep.
It wouldn't be so bad if Washer wasn't drunk and mourning the loss of friends. So he's not in the right state of mind right now.
Well, how close Nargosh and Watcher got.
As an
Also,
aside, this is why they don't want drunken wizards.
I
So,
am
Just gonna-
Dagmire. Kraken Doom. This floor broke my fall. How are you?
He's just gonna. Well, he has a full face mask, so all you see is like one glowing blue eye on the left, and the other one's just black. And
There's something wrong with her face.
he's just cloaked all in black, kind of like all black armor, everything, and he just like glares at you, and you can't see his face, but you know he's glaring, and he just goes, "Where is he?"
Are you Batman? What?
Where's
Okay.
Rachel?
Dagmire's gonna look at this strange cloaked figure and just be like, who?
I know I have smoke pellets somewhere.
Hold on, I have something that I have to link now because you've mentioned that.
I do. Okay. Free action. Okay, cool. You can go. Let's try this again.
Hold on, you're going off that ledge?
Maybe.
That drops 100 feet.
Oh
This is what he's doing right now. Look at the gif.
Hold on, I need to put this in here so that people can see this.
What? Perfect. That pretty much sums up all of our campaigns.
Yeah. Kind of.
Iku, you're the best rogue ever.
So are you really jumping over the banister?
Just say no. I want you to walk away from this. No, don't do it. I'll grab
mean,
you. If you
mean,
try to
yo-
jump, I'm gonna grab
YOLO,
you.
right?
No, no YOLO. No YOLO swag, Ceratops, Dan the Man, 420 Blaze, whatever. No.
As he jumps off, he just goes, "Just blaze."
Nope, I grab him. I will not let him jump off. I grab him.
Roll an attack roll.
Before she can do that, I use Shadow Jaunt, and I become insubstantial. You can't grab me.
You gotta beat my grab.
Yeah.
wait,
Do
no,
you?
you can't.
Did you get?
Yeah, that's right. You can activate that without having to do anything.
How long does it
Fine,
last?
you know what? You know what? Screw you. 1,200 feet to your death. See if I care, you strange, retarded, masked figure thing.
How long does that attack or that power last?
To my like 6 seconds.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Right before I hit the ground at the bottom, I'm gonna use Shadow Step and teleport.
Oh, I'm less sorry now.
Yeah, I
Sneaky
forgot about that.
There is some tumbling and still inherent momentum, but it's not as bad as it would have been. As you sort of tumble on into another thoroughfare, this time landing in front of a horse.
I like horses. I'm gonna pet the horse.
Okay. So, what is Dagmire doing?
Well, she's gonna pull a cigarette out of her cleavage, light it, look around. I'm like, okay. And she's going to try to go down and look for this really odd, borderline retarded rogue who jumped over the railing here
Not
to
retarded.
see what the fuck was that all about.
Alright, so,
She
just-
loves adventure. She craves adventure.
I'm just gonna
so
pop
she's,
everyone back onto the same map.
She's gonna follow wherever that goes.
Okay, so the monk and the sword mage are going off to find the clerical order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It will take you about half an hour to find the closest thing you can find to a clerical order, which is the Knights Hospitaller, an order of healers. One of them will greet you at the door to their temple and say, "What can we do for you, travelers?"
I hold out the hand. Like,
The young female acolyte passes out, and another just steps forward and just, "Why do you have an arm?"
like, no, don't worry about the arm. Look at the arm. I'm like, long story short, disease spreading through the cities, through the world. Is someone talking?
Nah, that was just a weird thing that happened.
Okay. I basically explained, I'm starting to sober up now after my near-death experience. So, I pretty much give a quick rundown of like what happened in in Arinth, and you know, the teleporting, the weird people jumping through the teleporter. It kept changing locations, so like people were carrying this plague or whatever it is. This is one piece of the body that we got. Maybe you guys can either identify what it is or maybe figure out how to stop it before it starts to spread too far. And if they need any help, we can do what we can to help them.
He'll call over a few people and they'll start examining it, and they will take it off your hands and say, "Leave this to us." And they'll sort of eye you suspiciously, but let you be.
Weiss would also reach into his bag and pull out the research notes that he got from the ship and hand it over to him.
Okay.
Bye, Nargosh.
Bye, knife chucking arm!
Dude, that arm was Watcher's everything. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Watcher got nerfed.
How many hit points does that thing have? Oh, that's not even close to what I wrote.
Stomach hurts.
At this point, you have delivered the resources. Now what? Or better question, what is Affin and the Dagmire doing? Because Dagmire is following Affin.
This could end badly.
Oh, I
Wait,
think
wait, what?
Dagmire's following you.
Oh, wait, did she jump?
Yeah, she sauntered down while you were,
Wait, there were stairs?
Yes!
You didn't fucking tell me that. I would have went down the stairs.
Oh my god, Dave's falling. 2.0. Now it's Athens falling.
You never asked if there were stairs. They weren't on
Why
the
does
map.
this keep happening?
I don't know.
I've noticed a theme with our little D&D groups, and that is we really like gravity. A lot.
I'm just waiting for one of you to try and physics kill something.
Oh, it'll
I
happen.
wonder if is that against the rules?
No. Well, yes, but also no. It's against the cardinal rule of D&D. Never bring real world physics into it.
Oh.
But everyone does it. I physics killed a dragon before. I also physics killed an entire universe, but that's an entirely different story.
Okay, so what we're gonna do... is, Shatters... Do I notice Dagmire
I don't
behind
know.
me?
Yeah, Dagmar can
Well,
roll a stealth
she's
or...
not far behind you. I mean, she...
And she's a Kraken Doom, so she's loud as fuck.
Yeah, really.
No, you can always try our perception check, Aaron, to see if you notice her.
Loud.
I'm just gonna
boisterous,
shatter step
obnoxious.
behind her. It has... I pick a target.
I
and,
know how Shadow Step works.
You teleport 3 squares to that creature. Okay. So, now I'm behind her.
Congratulations, you have shadow stepped behind her.
I don't think I'm gonna walk. I think I'm just gonna shadow step everywhere.
I am not looking at the correct map.
Hmm.
I
Oh.
see Affen on the top floor map. I don't see myself.
I brought everyone to the same map. Let me fix that.
By the way, Affen is a very cool name. I applaud.
What are you laughing at?
What the hell is that?
It's a frost mage. It's just a normal frost mage.
What? I don't even. What am
Anyway.
I looking at?
So look at the keybinds.
Oh. I'm looking at them.
But,
Sorry. So
That's all you need. So Watcher walks up.
no, Watcher is...
It's right here.
No, this map is not accurate to what's going on at the moment.
Well, fucking fix it.
No! They're off at the clerical order. Are you going to go try and find them?
I'll be in my trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that fucking cleric. Fucking
Alright.
priests.
So you can track them down.
I'm following him.
Congratulations, you've tracked them down. Now what?
Well, as we're walking, he's just gonna glare like, "Go away! You're doing something.
No.
Get out of here!"
Are you glaring at me or glaring at?
No,
I'm glaring at Dagmar.
Okay.
no,
Get out of here!
no.
Why?
Why not?
Can I like hook shot repel away to like a
No.
higher level?
Nope.
You can try. I'm going to laugh.
I'm going to hold on to him. He's not going anywhere.
Another 30.
You're not going anywhere. The city is not designed for vigilantes like you.
But
Nope.
It's designed for Doctor Strange. You are not Doctor Strange.
I find you very interesting, so I think I'm just going to stick with you for a while. Congratulations, it's a girl.
Did you catch up to Weiss and us yet?
They're
yes.
getting close. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've all
So,
caught
like-
up.
Alright, so they took the hand away. I kind of look at Weiss. I kind of look at the two people approaching, and I'm like, well, what now?
Well, why were those people after you? I think that's my biggest question.
I don't know. Bitches be crazy. I think this might have something to do with what's a better term than boss? Like my
Employer.
my liege, my employer, my employer.
Master works in this setting too. I mean,
Master,
it's-
yeah, that's it. My master, when I was teleporting around collecting those orbs with Andreas, I teleported home to the Magellan Isles to check in with my master, and he had actually been assassinated, along with everybody in his home. And I'm not really sure why. All I know is that someone had recently met with him claiming to be Andreas. So I think I might want to go check that out. So you guys are free to accompany me, or but
Weiss would go with them also. Where is this location that we have to go to? Like,
on the South Pole.
World map time! Yeah. Someone just got disconnected from...
Right there.
No, that was... Kara. Has been disconnected from... Roll20, it looks like. Yes, you're Venner Gother. That is where you have to go.
stop fucking it with an arrow.
Also, the world is round, so that's the least effective way you could try and go there.
No, I'm pretty sure this is the fastest way. We actually have to make a detour. You see, we have to go from here to... Oh, whoops.
John
Make it-
fucking
make-
Madden.
You go this way.
All right, I should be back in the game shortly.
We
Okay.
have to go to here and pick up my castle and move it to here. What?
My way is faster. Ah! How'd that happen?
But yeah, so I think maybe why those people were after me might have something to do with my master being murdered.
Whoops.
So
Eh,
might
whatever.
want to check that out.
And on the way, we can return this totem to a Scotland's people.
Yeah, we could do that. It's the
What's
least
so
we
great
can do.
about a totem?
Looks like we are taking the long way because we have to go to Voltog's domain, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Weiss would nod towards her and say, "This is just an heirloom that I think her family would have appreciated. She was also lost in our last adventure."
Fair enough. I hope her travels in the afterlife are all those fancy words and stuff. Yeah, just walk. Ignore me.
Now remember, you have a Kraken Doom leading you, so you'll get there super fast in the most effective way possible.
She's not
Oh.
leading us.
Yeah, I'm not
She's
leaving.
not leading us.
But they're known for their awesome abilities of sense of direction.
No,
And
I
sh-
saw the
and
map with the
shortcuts.
D&D room with the marks written on it. It looked like a kindergarten's connect-the-dot nightmare.
To put something into perspective, about a week after you left, the lines suddenly got much shorter when I took over.
Yeah, it went from like this long, drawn-out, squiggly, yarn-looking loop to a nice direct route between cities.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry that somebody followed the contours of the line, or the land, and, the path of least resistance. So it's easier on your knees. You'll thank me when you're older.
So
Right.
we should probably head to Helene on the southern coast of Vinheim, right here, and get a boat.
Well, I will ask the ever important question: what route do you intend to take?
All right, hold on. I'm leading us this time. So we're gonna go down this road, rent a boat, who will then, I'm assuming, take us along the shore, because you don't want to be too far away from help. And then I'm assuming it would take us to Gorga. And then we would take the road down to, I guess, Baga. And then down to...
Oh damn! This
Oldal,
isn't the map that's got the fixed thing. Hold on.
And then there.
Let me quick mark off where Escatla's village is, because I haven't. I just forgot to put it or update the map.
Man, I feel depressed now.
Escatla's village is that black dot.
Oh.
Like my
Alright,
soul.
so it's really, we're going like from here to there, and then to there. Not
Mhm.
there.
Okay. This will be a long travel. It will be a very long
I've
one.
got nothing but time.
Rife with danger and adventure.
Even better.
And it's been quite some time since I've been with a woman. No, I'm kidding.
I would just punch you in the face outright at that comment. I would just cave your face in.
Nah, I have a thing for the queens of the world.
Attempting regicide?
That's my fetish.
Everyone's got their quirk.
Regicide is not a quote a quirk.
It could be a fetish. Like he could only get off when he's killing queens.
This is Dagmire's definition of quirk. It's okay in her book.
I want to be the king of queens.
It's okay as long as it's in a three-way.
It's okay.
With the honey in the middle, there's some leeway.
2014. It's okay.
So, we have a Kraken. Well, we don't know it's a Kraken Doom, but
Oh
out
no,
of character.
she said.
Yeah, I'd say my name. It's like I'm,
Oh,
Dagmire Krakendoom.
hold on. Let me do a history check. Let me know if I know that name, that surname.
Her sole mission is to find her grandfather, because she believes he is still alive, or, if not, she believes there is a way to retrieve him.
A 30 history check. Do I know the Kraken Doom lore?
You know of a Kraken Doom family that existed once very long ago in this world. They were in Ketten, and they were very short-lived. About one generation. The person earned the honorific last name of Kraken Doom, and then lost it subsequently in the next month in his next encounter with a Kraken.
Huh.
The family was not long-lived. If someone else has received the honorific last name, then, well, it's an entirely different family that you do not know about.
So, I'm looking at her and I'm like, how old are you?
I don't know.
So I say we go this way. Like, why don't we just go north since we're not picking up your castle?
Oh, I mean, that's fine. I thought we were stopping off in Voltog the main beforehand, but no, we can go north. I always wanted to go to the North Pole anyway.
Well,
Wait.
this world surprisingly does not have a actual North Pole.
Wait, I'm confused.
You just hit a load
Also-
screen and end up on the other side.
The world's round, so
Mhm.
like, is the Magocracy actually above Vinheim? Like, I'm so like,
Subjectively, yes.
is it North America or South America? I'm so confused right now.
If you keep going north from Vinheim, you will end up in the south part of the world where the Magocracy is.
Like, I'm just saying, if I go north from Canada, I can end up in Brazil, but
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
I'm going to travel
Wow.
over the entire other side of the world. Wouldn't it make more sense just to come down south then, to go from Canada down to Brazil?
In this case, it won't, because this is, like, there is no actual physical North Pole. There is
It's
no...
more like a freaking right triangle.
You're like fucking my brain right
No,
now.
no. You're not doing it right. You're actually not like this isn't a circle. This isn't like a toilet paper tube. Like if you keep going north from Canada, you're gonna hit Greenland, and then you're gonna hit Russia, and then you're gonna like. Because I'm
Yeah,
looking at
that's
a
what I'm
globe right
saying.
now.
But
Yeah,
then
like
you're,
you're
gonna
not
go
gonna.
down through Russia. You're gonna go down through. Like, you're not gonna go through Russia.
So
I'm
so
confused.
Vinheim, where you currently are, is
This.
4 down and 5 over.
Yeah,
If you keep going north, you will
Yeah.
maintain that 5 over
yeah.
and end up down at 20.
So this world is a toilet paper tube and not a globe.
It
Got it.
It's sort of both. I didn't account for all of the correct ways of mapping it, so
Okay, so it's basically a fucking oblong asteroid. Just kind of.
yeah, sort of.
Okay, we'll go with that. So we'll just go north then, and
Okay.
end up in the south.
But do you guys see what I'm saying with the?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I'm not being retarded here. Like I'm actually right.
You are.
Well, you might be right, or you might be retarded. We don't know. Jury's still out.
Nobody's ever had enough proof either way.
Yep.
Okay. So while on the boat for all of this, I will approach Watcher when nobody else is around.
I
And
get my great whistle ready.
you look pretty nice, boy. No,
You
So
say that
as
3
I
times fast. Rape, whistle, ready.
no, I don't want to say that.
Don't ever use that voice again.
What this one?
Stop it.
But as he's gonna come up behind Watcher, and are you typing in rape whistle?
No, I'm taking notes quick.
And he's gonna say that, kind of like trying to get him to like turn around. Hey.
So,
Pointing out the whistle. Really?
I'm actually just whistling, but I'm terrible at it, so it's like barely above a whisper.
Alright, stop.
Why is everyone whistling now?
Because
That's
everybody's
hilarious.
getting raped.
They're ripping
Forgot to
everybody
yell.
out there.
You forgot to yell surprise.
Yeah. So I turn around, my hand on my sword, and my hand on my weapon.
And he's just
What
gonna
do
be
you want?
leaning up against like stereotypical. He's as stereotypical as possible, by the way. So he's just leaning up up against a door frame or a wall, eating like an apple. Because that's what that's what people do on boats. They lean and eat apples.
It's actually oranges, but close enough.
Okay, he has an orange that he didn't peel.
So he's just trying to bite into it.
You can tell that he the look on his face is like, this is terrible, but I've made my choice. He just keeps eating it.
So I look at him like, so who are you and why are you with us?
Like, because those mercenaries were hired to kill you. You've made some extreme amounts of enemies, and very powerful and rich ones.
Yeah, I've heard this before. Blah blah blah.
And I'm gonna throw a bit of orange at him, smack him right in the nose. Like, I'm supposed to make sure that they don't kill you.
Okay, so you're my bodyguard?
No.
I've always wanted a bodyguard. So first things first, I like my oatmeal warm but not too hot. So if you can just have that ready for me in the mornings, that would be great. Second, I don't like to stay up too late. I get cranky. It's not good. So I like to be in bed by like when the sun goes down. Get a good
I'm gonna squeeze the orange so that the juice hits him in the eye.
I also don't like it when my bodyguards make a mess all over the place. Clean me up. I just start stripping. No.
Do it.
So I'm like, how do I know I could trust you and that you're not just another hired hand?
I am a hired hand. I have been hired to make sure that they don't kill you.
Who hired you?
That's not important.
It kind of is. Like,
Well, even if I knew,
maybe
I
you're
wouldn't feel allowed to tell
competing.
you.
You're a competing enemy.
No. If I was
Multiple
competing,
people want dead.
I had you by a noose earlier.
I had you right where I wanted you at that point, just so we're
Did you?
clear.
Did you? Did you?
At this point, Dagmar would kind of be like hovering nearby, and she'd kind of lean over and be like, "Bullshit," in Watcher's ear.
And then she just walks away.
I'm
Yep,
like,
I had to walk away.
did I turn anyone else on?
Ugh, lung butter,
No?
sorry.
No? Okay. So,
So, and he's just gonna say, I'm not
Wait,
wiping
what's
your
your-
dick.
what is your name again? Ethan?
I'm not done. No, I never told you my name. Stop looking at my character sheet, you dick. And then I walk away.
And there's just a piece of paper on your back that says Ethan.
Just, how did that get there?
I wasn't asking in character though if your name was Ethan. I'm asking, like, did you
yeah.
ever introduce yourself?
No, I never did.
Okay.
He's not going to.
He did try to hang us though. That was kind of fun.
No, I was aiming for your waist.
And you missed. How
I did?
convenient.
Alright, so you walk away and I'm just like, oh, that was awkward. I'm gonna go to sleep.
And we all agree, so he did.
So be it.
Dagmire's gonna stay up for a little bit, so if anything's happening on the ship at night, she'd probably see it if it's obvious enough.
Well, the onboard ship entertainment looks familiar.
That damn juggler.
Yep.
I don't see a ship. I still see a map.
That's because you're still on the map.
No, we're
Well,
using
then why
does
imagination.
Can I
Why
approach
does
the
she get a
juggler?
map?
What was going on? I missed what got said.
Can I
So-
approach the juggler?
Oh, yeah. Give me a second.
I think I spelled that wrong.
No, that's spelled correctly.
Oh.
Let
I've never
me,
used that word before in my life.
Let me grab a map that I can use. Oh, wait, I have a ship map already. Hooray! Let me copy this token and oops, and that token.
Do you guys mind swearing? Fuck no. Use the fucking cunt out of the swears.
Really? Is that what we're
What?
gonna do, Fair?
Wow.
No comment.
He's currently juggling.
Alright,
he has a-
Dagmar's gonna approach this guy.
He has a
And,
bow. He's not a juggler. Look at that motherfucker.
What time is it? What time is it?
It's about 7 in the evening. It's
Is it
still a
really
little.
dark.
No, it's still a little bit light out. It's currently in the beginning of spring.
Alright, well, I'm gonna kind of lean on the banister, or whatever is nearby that I can lean on, you know, and eat oranges while talking to this juggler. I'm gonna say, you, what's your story?
He'll smile and say, what story do you want to hear? I've got tons of them.
I saw you back in that mage city, the floating one, doing the same thing you're doing now. Now, conveniently, you're on the same ship with us. I find that kind of interesting. Mind enlightening me?
No, it just so happens that a lot of you have proved to be much more interesting than the other people I was looking for while I was traveling.
Because they're dead.
What are you, some kind of bard?
God damn it! My first thought to respond to that was some call me the space cowboy. He'll
So,
pause for a second and say, some call me that, some call me a mercenary, some call me just a wandering vagrant.
Some
you
call him Dark.
kind of look like a wandering weirdo.
You do notice he is carrying a bow that does appear to be larger than his entire torso, and a sword. Or not larger than his torso, larger than he is tall. And a sword
Alright.
of the same description.
Alright, so he's a marksman of sorts, longbow, long range.
Yep.
Alright. So that implies to me some kind of sniping position. The longsword doesn't really do me any favors here. But that aside for now, I'm still interested in why this guy is here.
So, you lot were much more interesting than the other people I had been looking for, and those people, well, they turned out to be uninformed.
What people?
No, just a few friends. They had been there had been some potential job offerings. An old mage buddy of mine said he might have needed some help, but turns out he's gone and made a mess of things on his own that I can't really help him out of. At least not yet.
You, my friend, are remarkably vague. Could you...
Can
You
you
said... Go ahead.
roll me a perception check? There is some or
Yes.
perception or insight. There is something off about this guy.
No shit. Let's see here.
He has a big bulge in his pants.
Okay.
No.
I've been trying to make that joke for a while, but I was on mute.
Like, how big of a bulge? Like, that?
Like Lexington
Eh.
Steel bulge.
20.
What was that? Perception or insight?
That was perception.
You notice he looks far too normal. Like, he is like an aggregation of... He is the perfect normal.
He's a great
Yeah.
man.
I already picked up on that though.
As for the insight, it's not a natural perfect normal. There is something magically disguising him.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
a Kraken.
she's definitely wary of this guy. But he mentioned he had a mage friend he was helping out. She's going to ask if he would be kind enough to tell her the name of this mage friend.
I'll pause for a second and say, yeah. I guess the name you would probably know him by if you knew him was Arcanus.
Oh,
You don't say!
Yeah, he was an old buddy of mine. Used to drink once in a while.
Oh. Thank you for your time, sir. I shall bother you no more this evening, but I look forward to more conversation as we continue on this voyage.
does Dagmar know who Arcanus is?
No. But she knows he's someone important.
With a name like Arcanus, how can you not be important?
Yep, and she knows that Watcher is some kind of mage and is on mage business. So, that being said, while they may not be related to her,
I haven't
she
used
finds the
any
gossip
magic.
intriguing.
How do you know I'm a mage?
You're going to a place called the Magelands. You are employed by someone who lives in the Magelands.
And you carry a spell sword.
You don't know it's a spell sword.
Oh, maybe it has that, kind of typical World of Warcraft glowing aura about it.
15% of all magic items do?
This
Or is
one
it 20?
doesn't. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
remember.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm not going to know that Watcher is a mage, because I haven't seen enough of him or communicated with him enough to know he is a mage. But he is on mage business. And Arcanus is a big name, and this juggler has been following us. At least Dagmar suspects he has. So she's at least going to share this bit of gossip for the sake of interest, because that's what she does.
What? I looked away for a second and looked back to that. Thanks.
Fucking right. I will
It's so
own
small.
that shit.
That's like 4 inches. Not nearly as big as.
There we go.
Is.
Bad people.
Okay, so I'm gonna go find Watcher and friends.
Okay. You can find them just sitting about in their rooms.
I'm sleeping.
He's sleeping? This can wait till morning then. I'm not gonna bother him.
Okay.
I don't even know what time of day it is. Is it the middle of the day and I'm just napping?
No, it's like 7 or 8 at night.
Oh, it's way past my bedtime, so I'm definitely sleeping.
Yep, so Dagmar will let it be until morning.
Okay. Well, morning has arisen.
Wait. I had something I wanted to do
Oh.
during the night.
Okay. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna find the juggler.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So I'm gonna go through the decks of the ship, quietly as a mouse, shadow jaunting my way around.
Okay. He's
So I'm going for,
still
like-
sitting on the,
He's
That's
wait,
what
he's
you-
still above. He's on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna come out of here, and I want to jump up to like the sail bit.
Okay.
I just run across a rope.
Mm-hmm. He's juggling.
Oh.
He's moved on from cloths and such to arrows.
He's getting better.
You should wait until you see him juggling great swords. That's even more impressive.
He has great.
I don't
sword.
want to see him juggling great swords, because I have a feeling I'm going to be catching one of them with my face. So.
He does have a great sword that appears to be made out of platinum strapped to his back.
I want that.
I'm sure you do. That is the least valuable thing he's carrying on his person, except for his clothing.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, man, I'm not retarded Nargosh, or otherwise I'd kill him. Because one does not simply throw around frilly cloths and not know how to kill everybody.
I'll keep that in mind next time we hang out in person.
What?
She was a juggler. You just implied that all jugglers know how to kill everyone in the room they're currently with.
No, not all jugglers. Just ones on a full of burly dudes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Like, I mean, you gotta have like big dick, like fortitude to just throw around frilly cloths on the middle of a ship. Otherwise, you're gonna get diddled. Everybody on the ship has 2 watches, by the way.
I watched that the other day. That is spectacular.
So I'm gonna watch him up here, cause
It is always
sure.
time to diddle.
yeah, it is.
Okay. He keeps juggling. He does eventually move on to daggers. A few people are entertained. A few of them give him like copper coins, stuff like that, and he thanks him very sincerely. And
It's getting kind of late to juggle. I'm still gonna keep an eye on him. I'm not bothering anyone, not sharing any gossip just yet, but I am keeping an eye on him on the deck.
he continues to juggle. It's about 9 at this point. Ignore this roll I'm making. It's for something else entirely.
And 208 krakens appear.
That would be magnificent. I don't know, he doesn't appear to be breaking a sweat. He's been doing this for hours.
That concerns me a lot. Kind of wondering when he's gonna stop.
After a little bit, he returns to the juggling balls. And he just, keeps juggling. There's a person in the crow's nest currently, and he does appear to be, looking about. He hasn't noticed you, Affin, but, he's just sort of keeping watch, occasionally looking at the juggler, passing time.
Yep, just gonna. I'll roll perception to see what. It's not gonna do anything, but you know, to see if I notice anything extraordinary and amazing. Here goes nothing. Well, not bad.
You pick up on the perfectly normal thing, like, normal to the point of abnormality.
Can I roll to disbelieve?
You can attempt to. It would be either another perception or another insight roll.
I think both of those are 3.
How are they a Oh, you have a dump stat that's a -1, don't you?
Yeah, and guess what it is?
That's the one.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You and your min-maxing.
Well, as you are looking at him, after a second, the shroud of normality disappears. Before you is a very, very tall man. He's got long hair that flows down beyond the small of his back. He's probably at least 6.5 feet tall. The sword and the sword and the bow stay the same, but they start radiating bits of magic. He's wearing a long cloak. He's got some strange bracers on and a strange ring, and he's just he's also got a very long beard that appears to be made out of metal. And he wears studded leather that appears to be made out of water itself. But he is just standing there. You get the feeling he probably knows you've pierced the illusion, or at least knows someone has pierced the illusion.
I thought so.
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't. Dagmar doesn't. Not yet, but Afen has.
I have something for this. I know I do. I'm gonna use Shadow Step again
Okay.
to appear behind Dagmar.
Okay.
I'm not gonna react to him this time. I'm just gonna kind of wait for him to.
Just like
say
nobody
something.
reacts to Batman.
I know, right? Everyone ignores him. Like, oh, no, you're here. Sorry.
You think you can do that again, Bruce? Really? Yeah, called you Bruce. We know. Anyway, so yeah, he's gonna go. What kind of race do I think he is? Like
Human. He looks very much human.
I'm guessing.
Just with funky accessories.
Yep.
Oh, this is beyond funky accessories. I'm just gonna whisper to her. That motherfucker is gonna pack a punch.
You're telling me he's juggling blades.
He's also wearing water.
That's pretty impressive, I gotta say.
It appears at this point that he's sort of shrugged loose his cape, and the illusion has dropped entirely.
Should we wake the others?
I'm gonna ready an action.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Where is it?
I'm still smoking my cigarette. I'm looking calm. I'm not reacting like overly excessively. Alright, I'm not really sure about the mechanics of readying an action. How do I do that?
It's pretty much like you can create your own immediate reaction.
You set a condition, and when that condition is met, you basically get to choose what you do when that condition is met. So say, I want to ready an action to throw a punch at a wizard as soon as he tries to cast a spell. So the turns pass, and then the wizard's turn comes, and if he attempts to cast a spell at that point, I get the chance to punch him in the face. So basically, you dictate, hey, I'm going to try and do this, and if those are when Y happens, and if Y happens, then you get the action. And before anything happens, I do believe this is a good time to go to break. So we
Yes,
will be
please.
back in 10 minutes.